In 1941, German officers laughed. They looked at the United States and saw a divided country, an untested army, and soldiers who had never faced modern war. Some German commanders openly said it would take years before America could even matter on the battlefield. They were wrong. What they failed to understand wasn't American weapons, or even American strategy. It was American industrial power, speed, and adaptability. By the time German leaders realized their mistake, Allied tanks were rolling across Europe. American bombers were darkening the sky, and U-boats were being hunted faster than they could be built. This is the story of how Germany misjudged the United States in World War II, and how that miscalculation helped decide the war. Stay until the end, because the final mistake was the most costly of all. Before Pearl Harbor, many German leaders believed Americans lacked the will to fight. From Berlin's perspective, the US was obsessed with comfort, entertainment, and profit. German propaganda described American soldiers as undisciplined, overweight, and unprepared for real combat. Even Hitler himself reportedly believed that America's mixed population and democratic system made it weak and divided. The German General Staff saw America's small peacetime army and assumed that expansion would be slow and chaotic. What they ignored was something critical. America didn't plan to fight like Europe. America planned to outproduce everyone. While Germany focused on elite formations and complex weapons, the US focused on simplicity, training, and mass production. Germany expected hesitation. Instead, they triggered total mobilization. This misjudgment would haunt them for the rest of the war. Germany knew America had factories, but they had no idea how fast they could adapt. Before the war, US automobile plants produced cars. After Pearl Harbor, those same factories were producing tanks, bombers, trucks, and engines within months. German intelligence reports underestimated American output by massive margins. In 1944 alone, the US built nearly 100,000 aircraft, over 49,000 Sherman tanks, hundreds of thousands of trucks, jeeps, and artillery pieces. Germany simply could not match this scale. What shocked German officers wasn't just quantity, it was replacement speed. If the US lost planes over Germany on Monday, new squadrons were flying by Friday. If a tank unit was destroyed, replacements were already on ships crossing the Atlantic. German industry, under constant bombing, couldn't keep up. The war became a math problem, and Germany was losing. German tank crews mocked the American M4 Sherman. On paper, it had thinner armor and a weaker gun than the Tiger or Panther. German crews called it a Ronson, claiming it burned easily. But German commanders misunderstood something critical. The Sherman wasn't designed to be the best tank. It was designed to be good enough and everywhere. For every Tiger tank Germany built, America produced dozens of Shermans. And when a Sherman was destroyed, another replaced it. German tanks were powerful, but rare, complex, and difficult to repair. Shermans were simple, reliable, and supported by massive logistics networks. One German officer later admitted, "We could knock out 5 American tanks, and then 10 more would appear." The battlefield reality shattered German assumptions. Perhaps Germany's greatest miscalculation was in the air. Before the war, German planners believed no enemy could sustain long-range bombing deep into the Reich. They underestimated American aircraft, and more importantly, American escort fighters. The arrival of the P-51 Mustang changed everything. For the first time, Allied bombers were protected all the way to Berlin and back. German fighter pilots faced a nightmare. Endless bomber streams, aggressive American escorts, rapid pilot replacement on the Allied side. Germany lost experienced pilots faster than they could train new ones. American pilots gained experience and survived, because if their plane was damaged, they could often bail out over friendly territory. The air war turned into a slow execution of German air power. By 1944, German pilots knew the truth. The sky no longer belonged to them. German propaganda painted American soldiers as soft and unreliable. Then, German units faced them in North Africa, Italy, and Normandy. What they encountered was not perfect soldiers, but adaptable ones. American troops learned quickly. They adjusted tactics after failures. They coordinated artillery, armor, and air power efficiently. They rotated exhausted units instead of grinding them into destruction. German soldiers later admitted that American units recovered from defeat faster than expected. If a German attack succeeded, Americans returned with more firepower. This wasn't weakness. It was a different way of war. Germany focused on weapons. America focused on supply. Food, fuel, ammunition, spare parts. American units had them in overwhelming quantities. German soldiers often fought with limited fuel and rations. American soldiers complained when coffee ran out. The Red Ball Express alone moved thousands of tons of supplies across France every day. German generals later admitted the war was lost in the supply lines. This was the advantage Germany never fully understood until it was too late. Germany believed America would lose interest. They believed public opinion would turn. They believed casualties would break morale. Instead, America committed fully and stayed. Once mobilized, the United States didn't slow down. It accelerated. By 1945, German leaders understood the truth. They hadn't just underestimated an army. They had underestimated an entire system built for total war. That misjudgment didn't just cost Germany victories. It cost them the war. Sport. History isn't just about battles. It's about mistakes. And Germany's greatest mistake in World War II was believing America didn't matter. If you want more stories about hidden decisions, forgotten miscalculations, and real World War II history, subscribe to ConflictFrame. Check out the other videos on the channel for more powerful war stories you won't hear in textbooks. Because in war, misunderstanding your enemy can be fatal.